How to live with your mistakes, part 2. Today, we're talking about from regret to redemption. One of the greatest lessons in leadership is not just how you handle success, it is also how you handle failures. When leaders make mistakes, they choose one of these 4 responses. The first is denial. They say things like, "It wasn't my fault. The market changed. The team failed me. The circumstances were impossible." The second response they choose is blame. They point fingers, find a scapegoat. They protect their image. The third is self-destruction. They say, "I don't deserve to lead anymore. I'm such a failure. I'll never recover from this." But the fourth response is one for great leaders: ownership. Ownership doesn't mean you carry the guilt forever. It just means saying, "I made this decision. I was wrong. I am sorry. Here's how I'm going to fix it." Those 4 statements are one of the most powerful statements that a leader can make when they make a mistake. Unfortunately, many leaders think that apologizing makes them look weak, but research consistently shows the opposite. Leaders who admit mistakes, consistently show accountability, are generally perceived as more trustworthy than leaders who refuse to acknowledge obvious failures. Trust isn't built by perfection. It is built by honesty and consistently over time. People don't usually expect perfection. They expect integrity. Remember this: people can forgive a honest mistake, but they find it hard to forgive dishonesty. Here's something life has taught me. Pain is expensive. Don't waste it. If your mistake cost you a business, learn. If it costs you a friendship, learn. If it costs you influence, learn. Otherwise, you pay tuition for a lesson you never attended. Let's talk about Winston Churchill. Before becoming Britain's wartime prime minister, Churchill suffered major political failures. One of the most famous was the Gallipoli campaign during World War I, which ended disastrously and severely damaged his reputation. Many thought his political career was over, but Churchill studied those failures. Years later, when Europe faced another war, he led with greater caution, clearer communication, and unwavering resolve. Failure became preparation. His mistakes guided him to prepare better. The same principle appears throughout history. Leaders who improve are those who reflect on their mistakes. Ask yourself after every mistake, what happened? Why did it happen? What warning sign did I ignore? What assumption proved false? What will I never do again? The mistake becomes valuable when it leaves behind wisdom. Another lesson to learn is forgive yourself without excusing yourself. Many leaders are harder on themselves than anyone else. Others have moved on. The team has forgiven you. Your family has forgiven you. God has forgiven you. But you're still standing in the courtroom of your own mind every day, reliving the same mistake over and over again, punishing yourself again. Here's something profound. The purpose of guilt is correction, but the purpose of shame is condemnation. Don't confuse the two. Moses killed an Egyptian. Imagine carrying that for a very long time. He spent 40 years in the wilderness, yet God still entrusted him with millions of people. He did not allow his past cancel his purpose. Some of you listening today are still disqualifying yourself because of something that happened years ago. Today, it's time to stop carrying a sentence that has been served. Next lesson: let your mistake make you more humble, not more fearful. One danger after failure is being afraid to lead. You stop taking risks. You stop making decisions. You second guess everything. You become so afraid of another mistake that you stop moving. But leadership requires courage. Howard Schultz, the former CEO of Starbucks, admitted that several strategic decisions during his leadership did not work as intended. In 2008, when Starbucks struggled financially, he returned as CEO, closed several stores temporarily for retraining, refocused the company on quality and customer experience. That took humility. Imagine telling your investors, "We need to close down stores so we can relearn how to make coffee." Most leaders will have protected their ego and kept doing the same thing over and over, but they protected the mission. Here's the lesson: failure should make you wiser, not smaller. Humility says, I don't know everything. Fear says, I shouldn't do anything. There's a difference. One produces growth, the other produces paralysis. And we know which one will yield the best results. So let's talk about the R.E.S.T.O.R.E framework. R.E.S.T.O.R.E. Whenever you make a major leadership mistake, remember this word. R, recognize. Admit the mistake quickly. Don't hide it and don't delay it. The second one is E, evaluate. Ask what really happened. Separate facts from emotions. Be objective and see things carefully. S, say sorry. Offer a sincere apology where needed. Forget about protecting your ego. No excuses, no conditions, just apologize. T, take responsibility. Fix what can be fixed. Accept what cannot, but take responsibility. Do what you can. Don't hide, do what you can. O, obtain wisdom. Seek mentors, seek advice, read books, reflect and grow. R, rebuild trust. Trust returns through consistent actions, not promises. Oh, I promise to do this, I promise to do that. No. Trust can only return when you consistently show through your actions. Small, faithful actions build credibility over time. That's how to do it. E, embrace the future. Don't spend the rest of your life looking backwards. Lead again, dream again, build again, and serve again. In conclusion, I'll leave you with these thoughts. Imagine every leader quit after their biggest mistake. Moses probably would have stayed in Midian. He would have felt unworthy to lead the children of Israel. Peter would have gone back to fishing full time. David would have never written another psalm. Steve Jobs would have disappeared from history. Nelson Mandela would have come out of prison bitter instead of becoming a symbol of reconciliation. The world would have lost some of its greatest leaders, not because they failed, but because they believed failure was the end. But it wasn't, and it doesn't have to be for you. If you're carrying the weight of mistake today, remember this. Your mistake may explain part of your story, but it does not get to write the ending. The measure of a leader is not that they never fall. The measure of a leader is that they rise with greater wisdom, deeper humility, and stronger character. So don't waste your pain. Learn from it, grow through it, then use it to become the kind of leader that extend grace to others because you've experienced it yourself. Thank you for joining me on this episode of the Life Podcast. If today's episode encouraged you or challenged you, share it with someone who you think might need to rise from the ashes of their mistakes. I'd love to hear from you in the comment section. What is one leadership mistake that taught you your greatest lesson? Share it with me in the comment section. Your scars are not signs that you are unfit to lead. They are evidence that you survived the lesson leadership requires. Thank you. See you next time.